guys, yeah, it's Mosquito back again. Yeah, this is just going to be a commentary commentary on my old replay of ESWAT on the Megadrive, which I did about a year and a half ago. Because, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing many replays from now on, really, because me and my wife just had a baby boy on Mother's Day. So, yeah, it's a bit of a handful and what have you, and yeah. Here's a picture of him. Yep, there you go. Yeah, so you can imagine, yeah, I haven't really got time to like learn anything new now. But yeah, so yeah, I just thought I'd just do something and just do commentary one of my old replays. Yeah, as I said earlier, this is on ESWAT on the Megadrive. This is actually my original copy I had when I was a kid. So look, box complete. Yeah, you see, right? This box is actually mint. I've had this mint since like 1991. Or 1990, something like that. Peaches, get down. Yeah, when I moved out, just about a year ago, I dropped something on it. I can't remember now. I dropped something on it and it just ripped that. So I've had that for years and just, yeah, never mind. It still works anyway. Yeah, there you go. Box complete and all that stuff. Yeah, still works. And yeah, because I'm playing on, I much prefer using joysticks and pads. And I've tried a Megadrive pad, and after playing this stick for so long, it was just hard work on my thumbs. So I thought I'll pad hack my Dreamcast Supergun stick, and I swapped the buttons out for the Samware buttons, and a Samware stick as well. Because the stock pads and the Dreamcast stick, I know people say they're decent, but they're not. They're shoddy. The buttons are really dodgy. Like if you press the Dreamcast buttons on the edge there, the entire button just twists. You've got to hit them dead in the centre. And the joystick's a bit shoddy as well. You get weird snapback. Like, hey, say you hold right, it'll flick and hit the opposite direction. It's really nasty, the stock parts. So I thought, yeah, put a nice arcade. Well, it's got the same parts as the arcade machine, actually. And I pad hacked it as well with a Megadrive pad. So, yeah, it works on the Megadrive. Yeah, so, yeah, I'll just crack on with it, right? Okay, tap. Yeah, like I said earlier, this is one life replay of ESWAT on the Megadrive. Arguably better than the arcade version. Some people don't think so, but yeah, I think it's got a lot more variety than the arcade version. Yeah, just one little thing before I start talking, what have you. This is what I hate on some games. When you jump like that, jump and fire. On Shinobi, you can press jump and fire at the exact same time, and you'll fire at the lowest possible point and jump at the same time. But on this, you've got to fire and jump. You've got to stagger the buttons. Fire and then jump a fraction of a second afterwards, which I find quite annoying, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, I prefer pressing both buttons together to do a jump in fire. Anyway, I'll stop my rambling. Yeah, this actually, I mentioned earlier, this is my original copy of ESWAT and my original Megadrive. Yeah, with a modded Dreamcast stick, because I just can't play on a pad anymore. It feels really restrictive. And on a joystick, you can just do what you want to do. You just think you're just done. With on pads, you really gotta work for it, I find. But anyway, yeah. As you can see, I made a little ESWAT shrine. I popped to my mum's attic, and I found. Well, I had the complete guide of consoles handy anyway, and I found that old B machine CVG with the ESWAT cover. So I thought, oh yeah, that'll go with my my ESWAT shrine for my replay. And yeah, if you notice, yeah, I won't comment on commentate on level 1 because it's quite easy, isn't it? Everyone can do level 1. Yeah, that monitor, that's actually from a children's ward in a local hospital. So my mate works in the hospital. He's not a surgeon or anything, he's a porter. Yeah, and he managed to get that from there when they were checking it out. Because it was, if you look on the side of it, it's got a permanent pen, children's ward, D4 East. Because I think they used to use it for the Amiga, which they used to have in the children's ward. But yeah, it works amazing for all these old consoles. Yeah, because it's not actually, it's RGB, low res RGB, 15 kilohertz RGB, but it's not actually SCART at the back. It's got a DB9. If you imagine like a Megadrive controller port at the back. But if you can wire up a Megadrive SCART, it's simple enough. Just find the pin out and just wire it up. It's easy. Yeah, this stage, this is the stage I got to when I first played ESWAT. Because when I first got my Megadrive, I ordered it from the back of Me Machines, from Dream Machines 2. I think it was a company importer called Dream Machines 2. I think they're called Video Game Imports now. They're a bit of a rip-off, to be honest, but they were okay back in the day. And I got home from school, and my Megadrive was there with this, and I convinced my mum to, oh, come on, let me try and see if it works. Check it's not broke. And yes, I conned her into it, well, sort of. And I plugged it in, and I played it for about 20 minutes, half hour. And I got to this stage, and then she put her foot down, and I had to turn it off and wrap it up for Father Christmas, all that stuff. Yeah, cause it's quite confusing this stage when you first play it, because I didn't know where I was going. Because it is really confusing, because you've got to get on those little lifts, which I was talking over earlier. You've got to go to the top right hand side, go behind the fence, and then drop down all those holes, apart from that one, which you jump over. And if you drop down, you've got to start again. It's a pretty frustrating stage, actually, because when you first play a game, you don't want to be frustrated with little gimmicky bits like that. But it gets better later on. This is level 2 boss. This is actually, this boss is actually in the arcade version. That's all the similarities it's got, really. I think all the other bosses are totally different. Because in the arcade, you've got like a big bloody 4x4, big 4x4 truck. You've got a big giant gorilla, a tiger. It's a bit odd, really, if you think about it. But the Mega Drive version seems more, it seems like a more mature version of ESWAT, really. But there you go, level 2's done. Then you get your suit. I got to think about things to talk about now for ESWAT. Yeah, as you can see now, you've got your suit now. I said now too many times there. And if you look at the bottom of the screen now, you got your you can choose your weapons, because on the arcade version you can't actually choose your weapons. You just got to have what's given to you. But on the Mega Drive version, which is superior, you can actually change your weapons with the C button. But what you want to, actually, this game is easier to do with one life, because if you die with a weapon, when you come on your next life, you lose the weapon that you died with, and the weapon you die with is usually the weapon you need for the stage, which makes it twice as hard then. So ideally you want to do it with one life, because you don't want to lose your weapon. Or if you think you're going to die, just change to a weapon you don't need. But yeah, it doesn't really get hard yet. This stage is quite easy, because the entire game is pre-programmed. There's no randomness to it at all. You can guarantee all the enemies in the exact same place every time, so you can learn it. Pretty simple. Yeah, here we go. Use this boss. I used to use my fire weapon on this boss, but I figured it was a lot easier way of doing it. Just hover up there a little bit, do a full jump, and then tap up a little bit, and just use your RL rocket launcher. Yeah, rocket launcher. Really simple boss, that is. It's quite tricky. It's quite tricky to control the flames, actually. So it's got quite a few control nuances to it. Yeah, this stage, it's quite easy. Actually, the entire game's quite easy until you get to the, in my opinion, anyway, until you get to the sewer stage. Because the sewer stage when I was a kid was a bloody nightmare. Oh yeah, there's a bit of trivia on the American version, or the Genesis version, and the PAL Mega Drive version, that isn't on there. Because you noticed then you had all those the slime dripping from the top of the screen. On the Mega Drive version, on the American and PAL version, all you got is just normal enemies. So I don't know why they toned it down, because it's not that hard, is it? Just dodging the slime. I don't know why they changed that. It's really odd. But yeah, for some reason by here you can fire up and slime goes in the opposite direction for some reason. It's weird when you do that, when you jump like that. The sprite looks a little bit smaller than it is when you're walking. This part is the same every time. Just dodge it. It's quite easy actually, because you get like a massive warning. Because if you look at the slime, is pointing in the direction that it's going to fall in, or it's going to shoot off in. Yeah, the boss on this stage is quite easy as well. Like I said, the only hard level I find is the sewer stage, and actually the boss is the hardest on the stage as well, unless you memorise where the worm's going to come out. But I'll mention it when I get there. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if we can hear the dogs barking outside. Should close the window now, to be honest. But yeah, on this stage, you just need. I find you can use that plasma weapon. I think it's called plasma, you know, the blue weapon you charge up. But I think this weapon is better because with the plasma weapon, if you just use a single little shot, it's not very strong, and you got to wait till it charges up for the decent shot, and it takes too long in my opinion. This gun, it looks a bit shoddy, but it's the strongest one in the game, I think. Yeah, this boss now, all you got to do is hover there, and you can't get hit on this boss. It's a bit cop-out, really. Yeah, I won't tell you what to do. It's best just to watch. Yeah, if you look, you gotta hit 3 parts. There's a little orb in the middle, orb at the top, and an orb at the bottom. And as long as you don't move around, right, the burner doesn't really go down. It only goes down when you move. Like I'm using it there just to showboat, I guess. Alright, what stage is next? Because I haven't played this game since I did this replay, actually. Oh yeah, this stage. The factory stage. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this stage, it is quite hard, but no, actually, let me think what I'm saying here. As soon as you learn it, there's not much that can go wrong. Whereas a sewer stage, even though you learn it, things can go bad. So yeah, once you learn the stage, it's quite easy. Yeah, on this stage, on that boss there, you know, that's one hit. That was. I think I used the rocket launcher there. You can use the if you use any other weapon, that takes forever. But if you use the rocket launcher and time it right, just 2 hits and he's dead. Yeah, this part could be annoying. Just take your time on this part. 'Cause if you just stand on those red steps, you take a hit, and the steps go up 1. So you've got to make sure you hit the green ones. Just take your time, because you can lose a lot of energy there if you don't take your time. Yeah, that's a bit risky. Yeah, as you can see, those rocket launchers are good for hitting things below you, and they're quite good as well for hitting things above you. I think I do it by here, actually. No, I don't. In a minute. But yeah, if a floor is just above you and you use a rocket launcher, it'll go up. I think by here. There you go. It's quite good for that. It's not good for anything, straight. It's good for things above you, things below you. Right. Sorry about this. I can't remember any of this now. Oh yeah, this part can be bloody annoying. Because if you look at that, right, you've got to hit those enemies with the red squares in them to max out your burner. Otherwise, you fall down and you've got no burner for your jetpack or fuel. It's called fuel? No, burner. No burner to get out, and you take a hit every second you're in that on the red floor. Right, this part here, just gotta basically every time you land on that platform, your burner gets charged to full. So you don't want to be off it for too long because it's hard to get back on it again. Well, you can't get on it basically. Yeah, this part, like I said earlier, the machine gun weapon, the second weapon. Yeah, I'm making up names as I go along here. The machine gun weapon's good, but on this part, you just want a quick kill. So this plasma gun charged up is good because as long as you know where they're coming from, you can get those bite guys straight away. But you want to make sure you get them straight away because they can take a bit of energy off you, but just memorise where they come from is easy enough. There's not much to learn in this game really, there's not many enemies. Yeah, if I got squashed then I would have died instantly, so that's quite close to be honest. Yeah, that was well done actually. That can go really wrong there, because if you spend too much time on those those bikemen, you can run out of burner, fall down the bottom, the platform goes off and you're dead. Yeah, if you notice now, that platform is changing red, which means I got infinite burner, which is pretty helpful for this boss actually. Right, I can't tell you how to beat this boss because I forgot. So just watch it and watch and see what I do. Yeah, hang around by there, and then I think he jumps in a minute, and you're gonna have to go up slightly. There you go. God, so easy, isn't it? Yeah, if you notice, if I use that plasma weapon there, it looks good because it fires fast, but it's really weak. Like you need to charge. But if you think about it, you don't want to hang around with that boss, do you? You want to get as much damage as done as possible. Right, this stage is a bloody nightmare. I'm pausing there because I'm thinking, because I actually drew a map for this part. Because if you look by here, those things there, you got to note where they are, and there's enemies. Oh, where are they? At the top, I think they are. Yeah, those. Yeah, there's two sorts of enemies on this stage that are difficult. There's those missile guys, which you gotta duck down for, or no, stand up for, and then you got the red guys, which fire down, which fire high, so you got to duck straight away. Like those you stand up for. Those red guys you got to duck down for. So you got to identify if you've got the missile guys or the red guys, and then do the opposite. You stand up, duck down. But they're in the same place every time, so you can just guarantee they're there. But it's pretty vital, if to duck or stand up. Because on those there, if I ducked, that missile would have hit me in the head. And with those red guys, if I stand up, you can't shoot their projectiles. I hope I'm making sense here. Yeah, this is a bit of a nightmare boss. But if you know where it's coming from, like always go on the right hand side there, and you'll always come up by here on the left. He'll always be there every time. Then he comes from the top, or he goes up, then he comes down. Because if you don't know where he's coming from, this boss can just kill you straight away. And if you don't change your weapon in time, you'll lose this weapon. And I don't think you get enough time where you respawn to get this weapon again. So you just got to do it with the lesser weapons. But yeah, there you go. That's the hardest stage of the game in my opinion. Just identify those missile enemies which come up and the red enemies which come up. Remember, the red ones you can't shoot projectiles, and the missile ones you can. Yeah, this stage, this is the last but one stage actually, because the last stage is quite a small stage. It's just like you go down a lift and the last boss. This is the last big stage. It's quite a long stage actually, this. I'm going to have to think of some things to say when I play this. Yeah. It's weird how you forget things in just like a year and a bit. I can still remember bits actually. Yeah, you got a boss now from the left. One well-timed hit now and you can kill all those in one go. Ready? Bang. Bang. There you go. What you could do, well, what I used to do, what most people do, I say, if what it is, you've got those two turbines and they move in and out and you're meant to jump in between and just gradually shoot those red eyes that are on the left. But because this weapon, the plasma weapon, when you charge it up, it's really wide. You can take out all 5 of them in one go vertically. If that makes sense, you have to go back and watch what I was on about. It's gone now. Yeah, this part, be really careful. Touch those lasers, you take a hit. And if you stay in the way, you can get hit, and you don't move, you can get hit like three or 4 times. You can lose half your energy bar just by not paying attention. And the collision section is quite harsh on it as well, so don't even brush it slightly. Yeah, weird glitch there. I hope this is recording. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, that's a bit of a weird section there, isn't it? Why is that there? Bouncy balls. Yeah, by here, if you look, I run out of burner. You can run out of burner by there. Just wait. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that. If you just hang around in one spot, your burner gradually charges itself. So on the level before, actually, you could, because the game's not timed, you could just hang around, I guess, and just charge up your burner. That's the thing, if you notice, a lot of arcade games are timed in some way, you know, to stop you rinsing the game too long. Because it's a console game, you know, there's no time restriction. Yeah, like I said, I think I prefer this to the arcade, but to be fair, the arcade version is a lot harder, which makes sense, really, doesn't it? And normally I don't like easy games, but they don't feel too easy. But I think the variety on this version and the extra mechanics, you know, with the weapons and the burner mechanic when you're flying around, I think that it weighs the easiness of this compared to the arcade. The arcade's still decent, I think. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It just feels a bit odd, the arcade version. Yeah, if you notice there, I hung around because I need enough burner to get up to there. Because I knew I needed 3 red bits just to get to the top. Otherwise, you drop all the way down, get hit. Yeah, nightmare. Right, we're nearly on the boss. If my very accurate memory is accurate. Yeah, this boss is quite simple as well. It's a big, if I can remember rightly, it's like a spider boss. See, look, I mean, this is like the last one level, and you get enemies like this. I mean, that's quite easy, isn't it? But yeah, that's by there. That's the only weapon I can think you can reliably take them out. But that missile, because like I said earlier, the missile, if you're in level with a platform, it can go up or down, which is quite handy. Yeah, if you notice, these are the guys from level 2. See, I don't turn around there, because if I turn around, I drop slightly. But yeah, because you've got these weapons now, there's a lot easier way to do them. You know, than use the machine gun weapon. Actually, I said spider. Yeah, he turns into a spider in a second, actually. Yeah, as you can see, just use your full beam here. And use a good tactic here. You use your burner, quick boosts, bursts of your burners to use as like a turbo boost to get out of the way. Oh, I missed that then. That should have hit him. But yeah, this is one of those other bosses where if you haven't got the right weapon, he is really tricky. Because you could use that machine gun weapon, but it's not. It is good, but you have to keep moving all the time. You can't really get that many hits on him. A fully charged plasma gun like that is a lot more effective, I find. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Yep. Right, here we go. Last stage now. A couple of enemies, and then a big long lift down. It's weird, this lift part, because the enemies in a location which you can't quite get them without getting hit, and like hovering in like weird cheeky positions. Because if you haven't got the reflect lasers, what are they called? Rocket launcher. Yeah, it could mean reflect laser. Couldn't it? If you haven't got the rocket launcher, this stage is quite hard. Because if you imagine, you can only hit the enemies when you're horizontal with them, with any other weapon. And as soon as you're horizontal with them, they're firing, and you can't really get out of the way. So it's quite vital to have this weapon on this stage. That's why I said earlier, it's best to do the game with one life, so you've always got all your weapons at all times. Because you notice I've used every weapon so far, apart from that, the fire weapon on the end, but that's just for bosses or like panic situations. But yeah, I mess up by here now. I'm really angry with this, because if you notice, I've only got hit once so far, and by here I panic a little bit and I just take so many hits. But luckily, when you get to the bottom of here, you get maximum energy for the last boss. Thank God. Yeah, by here, I think by here now I take so many hits. I shouldn't have. See, I didn't take out that top guy in time. What a pain in the ass. Look at that. What's going on? I jumped into that as well. What am I doing? Yeah, there you go. Maximum energy. Thank God. Right, this boss is a right pain in the ass sometimes. Because what it is, you've got to hit him. About 5 times with that, right? The thing is, if you haven't got enough energy, if you take too many hits, he uses his flame weapon. You know, the red one which spins around. You haven't seen it yet, but and if you haven't got enough energy, you both die at the same time, or he'll kill you before you kill him. So when he spazzes out and uses his suicide weapon, which I'll do in a minute because I can't explain it yet. Unless you've got enough energy, you'll die before he dies. If you know what I mean. So you can't really take too many hits. You can get hit about 3 times, I think, before. See that there? If you're looking now, right, my energy's going down. See, it's going down. That's unavoidable. That is. And now he kills himself. Dunk. See, because if I got hit a few times then, and say he started doing that burner when I had that much energy, I would have died before he died. So you've got to make sure. I think you can get hit like about 3 times. If you get hit more than 3 times, you may just kill yourself, because when he does that suicide spinny thing, you're going to die before him. Yeah. Does any of this make sense? I don't know. But yeah, there you go. ESWAT. There's my. That's not my ass. That's my back of my. That's my back. Honest. There you go. ESWAT 1 life. You can put it on the hard difficulty, but the game is basically the same difficulty. You just get a short energy bar. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, it's a decent game. You can probably get it cheap on what's it called, eBay. It's still one of my favourite Megadrive games, to be honest. And I got like nostalgia attached to it as well. It's my first ever Megadrive game, and it's pretty decent. It's got awesome music as well. And this ending music's nice. But yeah, there you go. I can get some tips from that. And there's a brand new game I'm talking about. Anyway, alright guys. Yeah, I might be back soon with well, all I'm playing now really is Tetris Grandmaster, trying to get my Grandmaster time a bit lower. Because I said we got the little baby now, so it's perfect for quick goes. Because games like this take a few weeks to learn. But yeah, so there you go guys, I'll be back soon with something else. I don't know, see what happens. Alright guys, ta-da.